Hello everyone, today I'll be bringing you a Trinity build that will make everyone in Elite Onslaught love you. I'm going to leave a timestamp if you want to skip right ahead into the gameplay, but I'm going to explain my build because it'll seem a bit odd at first. First of all, I haven't replaced my steel charge aura. I know it's pretty shitty, but for this build it's going to work out. I've maxed out my range, as you can tell, at 250. I have some efficiency, some duration, some strength. And the entire idea of this build is to not fuck with any of Trinity's abilities, because she utilizes pretty much everything, and I wanted to keep everything working. Focusing of course on the range, which is the most important stat in my opinion. Now, the questionable mods in my build which are replaceable are the primed flow. You can just as easily put anything else here. I just like a big energy pool, so I don't have to be careful about how much I'm spamming and using my abilities. Also, I don't have to use my 2 so much, so constantly at least. Without the primed flow, you have 200 energy, which is pretty fucking garbage, and your combo gets expensive over time. I also have the vitality mod. I personally like to run this defense mod because, well, you could change it with the one that drains your energy, but like I said, I want my energy to be high and stay high without having to spam my 2, so I can participate in the gameplay more actively. Another mod you can easily replace is the duration mod. I know a lot of Trinity players don't like to run duration, but I'm going to be using my 3, the link ability, so I want my duration to be as high as possible, so I don't have to spam that one either. Now, for this build, I'm not using a primary weapon. As you can tell, this weapon is empty, and I just reset my Pandero, so I'm not using it either. I'm only going to be using the Atterax, and it's, in my opinion, the greatest melee weapon ever, or the most cost efficient one. Just with 2 forma, I have this amazing fucking build. I love this build, and I'm going to be showing it off in this video. So without further ado, let's jump into random solo queue and show you how great a Trinity does in Elite Onslaught with just a melee weapon, and how much your teammates are going to love you for bringing Trinity instead of anyone else. So, jumping straight into it, I have joined an active game, which means trouble most of the time. But at least everyone voted in, so we can get the efficiency back up very quickly. So my number 1 priority is to get close to a target to get some energy and have infinite energy for my 3. It won't be very easy to do considering we have Vote, who's one of the best DPS frames, as you can see in my last video. I'll link it in the description if you managed to miss it. This video is going to be more centered around how you can play Trinity and feed energy to your teammates so they love you. And also do a lot of damage yourself, so you can help out and push to later zones if you wish to. As you can see, my link range is pretty amazing, and as soon as it goes down, my number 1 priority is to get it back up. And just after a couple of energy vampires, I am at full energy, and I'm confident I can use all my abilities without any hesitation. I don't even have to look at my energy anymore, which is the goal of my build. The only thing that's important is to always use your 3, because as soon as your 3 goes down, you have no defenses. And you have to have a pretty good trigger finger on your 4 if you want to play that way. Thankfully for me, Vote is doing the majority of the work, so I don't have to struggle too much to do anything. Ember is also helping out with CC, I assume. I'm trying to hand out energy right now, but everything is dying way too fast. Maybe I should do a health buff on one of them, just to make sure everyone gets the energy. But thankfully, because of my range build, I'm pretty sure everyone is getting plenty of energy, and if they're not, all they have to do is come next to me, and they will. So, this is it. Classic C rotation 70-15 endo reward. Pretty expected, and I'm sure you realize having a Vote on your team as well as Ember means I have a very low percent of the damage dealt and very few kills. But Trinity is still amazing. I gave all my team energy throughout the game in spite of having a bit more of an offensive build, so to speak. Yet I still managed to do my job as a support, and just with one Atterax managed to do a reasonable amount of damage. Now, I wanted to just make sure everyone understands Trinity is a fucking monster, so I went into Elite Onslaught on my own after that mission, just to prove to myself that Trinity is one powerful motherfucker. So, as you can tell, I'm already at zone 3, I wanted to skip the boring first one and the pretty boring second one, and just show off the power of Trinity combined with the Atterax. It's a very careful balancing game between your 3, your 2 and your 4, but if you can achieve it, there's so much damage to be done, and look at the efficiency, it's barely dropping. Now, I admit that there were maps, the following maps, which were a lot more difficult because they weren't made to get soloed by a Trinity with basically nothing, only an Atterax. But that's mostly due to Grenier and the way armor works in the game. As you can tell right now, just by watching me move around, I'm taking next to no damage when I don't fuck up, and the efficiency is staying high. Trinity is a monster, and the only reason I had 9% of the damage dealt on the last map was because I was playing more of a supportive role. But make no mistake, Trinity is an absolute beast and can wreck face, provided you bring the correct melee weapon. So enjoy this short montage of Trinity literally doing whatever the fuck she wants. But as I already said, this rotation of the Elite Onslaught isn't exactly soloable, and as you can tell, by zone 6 my efficiency has dropped, and this large open area map is pretty much my death sentence and I'm going to lose. I can't keep up the pace, there are too few enemies, and as you can tell, the different elevation fucks with my Atterax, so it's really inefficient. I can't even get to the efficiency bar, so I won't continue boring you by watching you by making you watch me struggle to get fucking efficiency. Just keep in mind that if you can make it to zone 6 with Trinity, a support Warframe, with just a melee weapon, just imagine what you can do with a full team, and a full team that you can support thanks to your energy vampire. Trinity is insanely valuable to any team comp in Elite Onslaught, and I hope if you weren't planning on using her, I managed to change your mind, or at least give you an inclination to play her if you get tired of wrecking face with Volt, etc. My next video is going to probably be on Equinox, or Gara maybe, we'll see how that goes, and expect more of a DPS role next, because support doesn't come naturally to me, but I enjoy Trinity once in a while, and I hope you will too. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.